to say about the detectives involved in your case. That's extraordinary. Yeah. The very guy who interviewed you and Patsy, who you've been kind of complaining about, like he didn't follow up on leads, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. There's news about him today. I assume you've heard what's happened to him.
Yes. Yeah, there was a big step forward, I think, in this case because he was a roadblock. When he was assigned to this case 26 years ago, he was at that time a auto theft investigator, and now he's put on the investigation of a murder of a child. And I've never criticized the Boulder police for not knowing what they're doing or not having any experience. They didn't even have a homicide department. But I have criticized them over the years and for the reason that they would not accept help from those who offered it. And lots of help was offered. Right in the beginning, the Denver police offered to put 2 experienced homicide detectives on Boulder staff at Denver's expense for as long as they needed them. Boulder said, no, we don't need that. We've got this under control. That's been going on for 26 years, and we've just kind of had it. It's time to do something different, put some people in charge that know what they're doing, and be willing to put their ego and arrogance aside and accept help.
Yeah. The detective's name was Tom Trujillo. He was one of the lead investigators in Jonbenet's case. He just received an involuntary transfer to another division where he's going to be working the midnight shift, not a promotion, in addition to a 3-day suspension. And they've basically said that he and another were not appropriately investigating several cases. They said Jonbenet's case was not one of them. These are the cases that he's being accused of, half-assing it on. Were not homicide cases, but he is being accused of not doing his job and not following through on leads and so on and other significant investigations. Do you feel, validated at all by that?
Well, in a way, yes. We've known that he's been a problem and not really capable of thinking out of the box, and more importantly, his arrogance, I guess, and ego, prevented anybody from coming in to help. Our system, the way it's set up, is kind of crazy, but there's 18,000 police jurisdictions in this country. Each one's a little island of authority. And if crime happens on that island, it's up to the local police to deal with it. With the exception of a few things like bank robberies, nobody can come in and help them unless they're invited. And that's a real crazy system because there's tons of qualified help that could have come in, wanted to come in, right. But unless they were invited and asked to come in to help, they can't. And it's been a huge frustration. And that's really what I'm very critical of the police department on that issue.